my name is Rock. Welcome to my world and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're completing our series on the Easter menu. We started with Rock's Grilled Cornish hens. We had a couple of side dishes. Today we're going to have some desserts, okay? Now, the first dessert we're going to start with is Southern Sweet Potato Cobbler. This dessert was not one of my family traditional recipes. In fact, most of you know I'm a flight attendant. I've been a flight attendant for 37 years, and I started my career doing domestic. And I had a layover in Mississippi. I can't remember what city, but there was a soul food restaurant there, and I went and I had sweet potato cobbler for the first time. I liked it. In fact, I had 2 more layovers, and I went back 2 more times. And finally, the person gave me the recipe. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but she gave me the recipe, and I just liked it so much, I thought it would be good to add to my Rock Soul Food Sunday cookbook. Okay? So today we're going to make that sweet potato cobbler. All right? This is how we're going to start. We're going to make a syrup. Okay? We're going to start with some light brown sugar. Okay? Get that all in there good together. And we're going to add to that some white sugar. Granulated, just regular granulated white sugar. And we're going to get those blended in really good together. Okay. Make sure you're getting them blended in well. Okay. Get those lumps out of there. And get that brown sugar blended in with the white sugar. Okay. Now we're going to add some cinnamon. Okay. I'm going to get that blended in well too. Okay. All right. And I like to use a whisker for me when I'm blending, trying to blend dry ingredients. It just works really well to make sure that you get all those ingredients blended in there together, all those dry ingredients. Okay, now to make this a syrup, we're going to add some hot water. Okay, I'm going to add half of it, and then let me stir that in good together. Get those sugars. All we want to do with this syrup is to just make sure that these sugars are melting and get it well blended in. And we're just making a little syrup. Okay? I think we can put the rest of that water in there. Okay. And we have our syrup. Okay. And it's going to thicken up because it's going to cook inside of the cobbler. So don't worry about it not being thick. It's going to thicken up because it's going to cook down. Okay. Now we're going to put our final ingredient, which is vanilla extract. Now guys, spend a couple of extra dollars. Don't use the imitation. Use the real vanilla extract. It makes all the difference in the world in your recipe. Okay, let's add that into our syrup. Okay. Now we're actually going to set this aside. And we're going to move over to the other end of the island. Okay, earlier today, I baked some sweet potatoes. I think I used about 9 medium sweet potatoes. You just want to wash them really good and put them on a baking sheet and bake them at 350 degrees for about an hour, depending on the size of your potatoes. Once they're done, you want to peel them, and then you're going to slice them into some 2-inch circles. Okay? And to this, we're going to first add some butter. You're just going to take some butter, you're just going to cube it up, and we're going to just kind of distribute that throughout the potatoes. Don't have to do too much blending because we're going to blend it up later on. Okay? And to this we're going to add some cinnamon. Well, this is the nutmeg. I'm sorry, nutmeg. Get all of it up. Okay, that's enough. And some cinnamon. And we're going to blend that in. Okay. Blend it in really good, just so that it coats the potatoes well. And you don't have to really worry about it getting too blended, because when we put our batter in, we're going to have to blend it up some more. But let's just do the best we can for now. Okay. Now, how do we have a dough for this sweet potato cobbler? We're about to make the dough right now. Don't get too excited. We're not using a rolling pin. This is a really easy dough. Okay. What we're going to do, we have our dry ingredients. We have some flour, just regular all-purpose flour, and some white granulated sugar. Now, we're going to blend those two ingredients in really good together. Whenever you are making any ingredients where you have a dry mixture and a wet mixture, make sure that you get your dry mixture well blended before you add your wet ingredient. So that's what we're doing. We're blending in this flour and the sugar. Make sure you get to the bottom of that bowl. It's good to have a glass bowl too, so you can remember that, so that you can see that your ingredients are getting well blended. Okay, now our wet ingredient today is going to be milk. Okay, so we're going to slowly add that milk and blend it a little bit. When we're done, it's going to be more of like a pancake batter mix. Okay, so let's stir that in, get that blended in a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to add the rest. A little bit more milk. Stir it a little bit more. I, for one, do not like making dough, so this is an easy dough. You know, I can make it, I just don't like it. But today, we're doing it the easy way, okay? Now, we're gonna put the rest of that milk in and finish up our dough. Okay? Let's get it all blended in really good. And those of you that are from Mississippi, I think they have it in North Carolina too, this is a very prevalent dessert down there. But if you are, just, send me a little note on the Facebook and tell me that you had this growing up. I'm hooked on it. I really like it. Let's see if that's blended up really good. Look at the bottom of the bowl. Look blended up to you, Irene?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so now let's put this cobbler together. Okay, what we're gonna do, let's get those ingredients in there. We're going to put one layer, gonna blend in some of this batter into the sweet potato mixture. Oops, being a little messy. And blend that in with your sweet potatoes so that your crust, you're gonna have your crust blended in and cooked in with those potatoes. Okay? I can't take it, guys. I gotta get some paper towel to get that up. Okay. I know. Okay, so getting that blended in really good. Okay, now remember that mixture that we made, that syrup mixture that we made? Okay, that's where that's gonna come in now. We are going to put half of that mixture. Let's give it a stir. Make sure those sugars are still well blended and wet. Just gonna pour a little bit of that over our sweet potato mixture. Don't have to do much blending, just pour it in there. Let's get it in between those potatoes. And we're going to put one more layer of the batter on top. You want to kind of get that smooth all over the top of there, because that's going to be your crust on top. Now, save a little room, because the final layer is going to be another layer of that syrup. Let's spread all over it. That anymore. Make too much syrup, but that's okay. We'll use it for something. Another final layer of that syrup on top. Oops. Sorry sorry. I'm not starting over. Okay. Now, wasn't that easy? It's done. It's gonna go in the oven for about 45 minutes at 350 degrees until the crust is good and nice and golden. And it's gonna be syrupy and sticky and delicious. Now I serve mine warm with a big old scoop of Bluebell vanilla bean ice cream. You're gonna love it. Happy Easter, y'all.